Welcome back to another episode of the free VST Plugins Detective, where I review, test out, and demonstrate various free VSTs. For today, we're looking at the FREEPhuzz. I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. It's basically just a saturation plugin. I feel like that there's other saturation plugins that I've used that I think are a little bit better, but I've used this one in my own track. So this is my track, Boogie Woogie to the Dance Floor. I'm going to play you a little bit of it. I know some shameless self-promotion, and then I'm going to solo the synth that I'm using this one in. So just play you a little bit. Let's go here.
On the dance floor, on the dance floor, on the dance floor. Shake my body on the dance floor, on the dance floor, on the dance floor. My boogie.
Right, it's from my album Disco, Synthwave, and Sunsets. I will link this below in the description if you want to check it out. So going right now to this synth, this is basically the one that kind of kicks off the track. So I'm going to play it. Right, that super old school disco-y 80s vibe. So obviously the FREEPhuzz was perfect for it. So obviously I have 3 different settings, or I guess a couple different settings. We have in-gain, saturation, and out-gain. We have the bypass, which is good for kind of A/B testing. And then basically the type. We have A, B, C, and D. So I'm just going to play them. I'm actually going to play this with it off so you can hear it kind of dry. Right? And then on. So it adds a little more of that kind of fuzziness. But I'm going to turn this all the way up just so you can kind of hear the effect and control. Right, B. So I had it on type B in the beginning, obviously. Right, then we have type C. Very subtle, and then type D. So that's why, as you can hear, I feel like with type A and type C, it's a lot more subtle. B and D is a bit more prominent. So that's why I kept it on type B. To kind of create that super gritty saturation style effect. Because as you can see, I actually use the A Bit Warmer, which is actually one of my favorite stock plugins ever. Actually, especially with Ableton. I've used their A Bit Warmer saturator just to kind of make it a bit more warmer. Obviously, hence the name of it. And then use this one to kind of create almost like the, kind of like this is like my main foundation in terms of like the frosting on the cake, which is the synth. And then this is kind of like the sprinkles. Maybe a weird analogy, but that's the way I think of it in my mind, where this is kind of like now adding like the finishing touches to make this a little bit more gritty, a little more almost old school sounding, right? Because this, not bad, right? But that adds just that little bit of grittiness that's perfect. But I'm giving it, like I said, that rating because I think it's not a bad saturation plugin, but it is kind of basic. Again, there's only 4 types, in-gain and out-gain. Kind of standard, and just also this one saturation knob, but the algorithms that it uses are great, and especially if you just want like a little saturation of that kind of fuzziness on top of a synth or any element in your track, it's not a bad one to pick up.